Hey, how's it going? What is up? It's Trudell Lambert, and we're doing a JoJo stream today. So right now I'm gonna draw. Yesterday, that's what I drew. We're gonna try to draw something better than that. There's a bunch of technical difficulties and stuff, but hey, that's life, right? So, um, yeah, I'm gonna start, and what I'm doing, really, as you can see, um, I'm gonna be talking about part 9, and I'm gonna be drawing my own JoJo part. I always thought one would be cool, where where it was set in like the '90s, in the hood, honestly. And I think that'd be really cool. So it's full of hip hop culture and just like the stuff that I like. Wu Tang era, NWA era, like around that point in time, I thought would be really cool. And everything is based off of things from the '90s. For example, um, the I'm thinking the main character, his name is going to be. Let me switch up this brush. Uh, his name is going to be Joe Jones. JoJo, because you gotta have the JoJo. And he is just like the kid of. Um, He's just the kid of Jonathan, just like another bastard kid. You gotta make it easy. How did JoJo get there? Simple. Jonathan's just out here messing around. And I think that's the most likely out of everything. Jotaro is it's past that, right? And if I'm not mistaken, nine is set up in part 9 is set up in not part 9, sorry, part 4 is set up in the '90s. I'm pretty sure. So I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. I should look that up. But I'm not gonna look it up. It's either right or it isn't. Doesn't matter. But I think it is right. But yeah. So this is basically a JoJo's part that's set in the hood around hip hop culture and gang culture and all that. And I think that give a bunch of gangsters stands, or just give a bunch of people in the hood, not just gangsters. Bad guys would be gangsters, but not like the same mafia esque gangsters that were in part 5. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of hood people at the end of the day, and I think that'd be fun. Hold on, how am I gonna pose him? Now today I'm not using any reference. Yesterday I was, and I actually made drawing a little more difficult for some reason. Uh, and there's always just doing this live is slightly harder because I'm not doing the same setup as usual. So, but the main crux of this guy is that he is a protector, right? He's not looking to harm anyone, kind of on pacifist vibes, but never necessarily says it. But we'll fight if he needs to, because we can't have a main character who doesn't fight. That's boring, especially in a battle manga. What do you mean? So I'm gonna do him. I'm gonna do his stand. I'm gonna do his like second in command, I guess. Um, and yeah. So I'm just posing it out. One thing I've really been looking forward to is part 9 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. After I read part 8, I like it was good. I didn't exactly love part 8, but it was good. It's definitely not the worst part, not even close. Um, but I'm excited for part 9 just because I don't know where it's gonna go. Usually at the end of a part, I'm kind of like, I think might know what the next one might be. Um, or I didn't have to guess because I would just go. It would kind of go smoothly. It smoothly transition into the next one. For example, at the end of part 2, Jonathan or Joseph is going um, to Japan to see his daughter and grandson because some things arise or whatever. So you kind of know who's going to be the next JoJo in that. This one, it's unclear. It looks like it kind of ended. It it was an open ending. I don't like his hands like that. I think it looks too guarded with that. So maybe, yeah, I like him a little more open, right? It's confident because his stand is gonna protect him. And then I'll have this hand out, summoning his stand because you always have to have it slightly bombastic, you know? Um, but yeah, no, this part 9 part, I have no clue what's gonna happen. And it's called JoJo Lands, which could be anything. It's not specific to anything in particular. It's probably gonna be another adventure series since they stood in one place in Morio. And if you look at uh, the past ones, it goes little adventure, big adventure, or medium adventure, big adventure for Joseph, Jonathan, Joseph, and Jotaro, and then we kind of reset with Josuke, and then it's you stay in one place, and then you have medium adventure, and then you have another medium adventure. So I guess it doesn't necessarily follow because with Giorno, he stays in Italy, but he does go all around Italy to find, like, with his crew. Spoilers for everything, by the way, but not by much. um, and then Jolene is in a is in a prison the whole time, except for when she's not. Like I said, spoilers, but I'm not gonna give specifics. Just the fact that she gets out, which I think is obvious if you're watching the anime right now. Um, especially if you read it. But no, someone doesn't stay in prison usually when it comes to prison stories. If they did, that'd be kind of depressing, no? Um, and then for part 7, it's a big adventure, and then Morio in part 8 is a smaller adventure again, right? So I think we're probably gonna get a medium adventure. It says JoJo Lands, but I think it's don't love what that hand is doing. Hmm. No, I don't like either of those. But as I was saying, I think it's going to be a medium adventure. You'd think it'd be a big one because it's called JoJo Lands, but I think the name could change, right? I don't think he. I think every part he goes around, he takes a vacation, and kind of sees what inspires him, and then does his next part based off of that. So whenever he's ready for that part, it really is dictated by whatever he feels. So it's hard to try to nail that down, but I think it's going to be a more medium thing. I don't think he's going to go from such a small adventure, such a big adventure, to such a small adventure to another gigantic adventure. It's going to be contained to the JoJo lands, right? Which might just be one country. Which, it being a country, could seem like a bigger adventure, but like also compared to other JoJo parts, it's not that big because you have multi-continental parts out there. Or multi-continental. I guess that's only with the third one because yeah, no, I guess if it's a whole country, that's a pretty big adventure. But it depends what country too, right? Because if it's a smaller country, it's going to obviously be a smaller adventure. It really depends. But if this is the last part, I could see him making it huge, which it could be because it took him a while to finish the last one. So I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes with a part 9. Um, I'm happy he's just doing another one, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, he's probably going to finish with a part 9 and just do uh, Koshibi Rohan for the rest of his time. Because he seems to love that character. Or he does love that character. I think that's his favorite character. I think he said that, but I don't know. Yeah, I like this. I like both hands in the pocket. He's just too confident. Head up. And then I'm going to have his other character. I'm going to make this a girl. And then I'm going to have her like crouching down, doing like an action pose. She's a little more extroverted than this character, who's probably going to be a little more like Jotaro. I don't know. Maybe not. Because I don't love Jotaro as a character. Like, I like him, but I don't love him as a character, right? But my favorite character is, and my favorite part is Jonathan. And I not Jonathan's, Joseph's. Sorry, I don't think anyone's favorite's Jonathan's, even though he's the best boy of the JoJo line. Um, yeah, he's nobody's favorite. I don't think, but that's because he's the first, and he suffers from kind of like not as good writing because it was his first one, right? It was Araki's first one, so there's no way it's going to be as good as the next one or the one after that, you know? Ugh, why is this? I don't like this. I have some things up for 90s fashion, specifically 90s fashion and 90s like a hip hop aesthetic. So, oh yeah. Huh. Okay, I just got a good idea for a costume. I'm just looking for poses though, just because. All right, I might do like steps. I like the idea that I don't know if this is like sister or his girlfriend or just a friend, but they are always together, and he's defense and she's attack. I'm listening to ODB, Dirty Dirt. I'm just going through my old school hip hop to feel the vibe. Ugh, I don't like this pose either. Something off about it. Okay, I'm gonna restart. I don't know why I can't get this pose right. Well, this was an easy pose, right? It was just, oh, standing up confident. I could do the same here, but I'm not going to because we like variety. Um, I personally can't wait till they animate part till they're done with part 6 so they can animate part 7. That I think is going to be super fun. Just because it's such a good story. It's a fun story. It's long too, right? I'm not sure which one's the longest though. I'm not sure if part 8 yeah, part 8 is longer, but I don't know why I can't get this pose. It's annoying me. I'm just looking for a good reference for this because if I can find it, why not have it, you know? So, oh, it's not bad. Ah, shit, my phone fell. um, yeah, yeah, that's a good post. All right, so now I have a reference. So we're going to do that. Should be easier. I like part 6 designs just because the girls always look so hardcore. And I always like that aesthetic. A cool hardcore female in fiction or in real life is always cool. I like those types of characters in movies. It's a leg I'm having trouble with. I feel like I'm worse at drawing on stream. I don't know why. I don't think it's probably not true either. I just feel like it is. But I think that this part that I'm sketching out right now would be real fun just because um, anytime the hip hop and anime aesthetics are fused, I don't think there's anyone who doesn't like it. It's always cool as shit, right? They go together so well, right? So, because look at like Samurai Champloo or Wu Tang Clan or anything, they just go together so well. So I think this would be awesome if I found out. Oh, you know what I just thought? Um, it doesn't necessarily have to be in order, right? Usually the JoJo parts go like this time and then like there's this guy and then his grandson and then his grandson and then his nephew or uncle, I guess. Yeah, no, it'd be uncle. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, right? So they can go back in time, which I don't know if they would do as far as stakes go, but they could go back in time. Let's do that. Let's look straight. And then, hold on. Uh, this is going that way. That's, yeah, no, that works. I don't know if the arm should be down or just resting. And if it's resting, it would have to change the box to be that way. Right? Like the torso. Yeah, which looks fine. I like how open they both look, though. Like the confidence on them is unrivaled. And I was thinking, like, what would I call this part? And I think JoJo's ain't nothing to f with. Oh, too small. Um, would be so dope since it's based on since based on 90s hip hop, JoJo's Ain't Nothing to F with is tight. But it could also be JoJo's 36 Chambers, just because that way it's less, like, it's more likely for them to call it that. Less divisive. We can get it sold in more markets. Alright, let's make this guy red. And then we'll make this guy blue. Just so I could see the differences while I draw over them. Sorry, just getting my phone because I dropped it a second ago. Alright, so I think they're on steps right now. Oops. I think I need to make this one smaller. I feel like, okay, so as far as, alright. Alright. So I don't need green legs in here. Alright, now, so those would be the steps, and maybe they're in front of like a door to frame them in, and their stands are kind of busting out, not busting out of the door, but you know, or would be out of that frame. So let's group that. Throw it in the center. Then let's do steps. This is I'm gonna make it a little like broken down. Might have to change her position a little bit or shorten these steps. Yeah, no, honestly, I think that's not bad. And then let's do a little guardrail. And I think this is interesting because I don't think we've had JoJo in like a urban area before, right? It usually is in either traveling or somewhere more secluded. So I think that'd be interesting. So we'll connect to the wall. And remember, what we're doing is just a sketch. Doesn't have to be perfect. And this could be more or less self-contained. Like it could be like Morio almost, right? Where they just kind of stay, even smaller, I guess, where they kind of stay on their block, but you have a few key locations. comes the lift there, and then the door. Oops. And then we got like the little window for the door with the, you know, that mesh that they put so the window doesn't break. And then, where would it be? Like if you're, okay, yeah. Let's throw this a little higher. Ugh, I love digital. Just because if something's placed somewhere, you have to erase it all. It's just like, oh, I'll move it. Then make this character a little more small. There we go. And then we'll have, I think there's little cracks and chips. These are old steps. We'll have, hinges. I'm just plotting out what's going to be everywhere. We have brick. Which I should really have like a brick brush. I feel like that'd be simple to make. Do it as like a pattern. And then don't have to draw brick again. I just have a brick brush. I might do that this week. It's like these bricks are too big. I'm not gonna like this. I'll change it later. It's just the initial sketch. Or the rough, really. Okay, on that microphone slanging, Wu-Tang slanging, then they had piece banging. Alright, just filled it in quick because I know I'm about to do. Also, I don't mind. Should I make everything a little smaller? And then I kind of want to do like 30. And then same thing with the brick. It's old, been there for, oops, what is that? Been there for a while, so there's cracks and stuff in it. It's not a lovely area, but I think that's more interesting when it comes to storytelling, right? You have this person with this new power. Not good because he's gonna be too big for the door. Yeah, just put him down there. Now it's like perspective or whatever. It's fine. The foot's cut off. I think, anyways. Should he be further than her? Like to no, I like them kind of. It connects them a little more. And then let's make this one green, huh? Like a darker green though. There we go. Perfect. All right, now. Oops. Oh, jeez. All right, there we go. Now, oh, there's stands. Okay, I know what this guy's stands look like because I drew him before. I'm gonna change his outfit, but I like his stand design. It's like a, um, it's like a, I'll draw it. Anyways, his stand's name is "Protect Your Neck," based off of the Wu-Tang song, and it's that because in the story he would be the first stand you see, and I'm pretty sure "Protect Your Neck" was the first Wu-Tang song, and um what his ability is when he hits something, it almost gets frozen in time. It's not actually a time based power, but it pretty much gets frozen in time and doesn't take any damage or anything. It could be moved, right? But once the thing wears off, they could move again, and anything that happened to them during that time is almost uh like didn't really happen. So what he finds out he can do is he can punch the air with his stand, and the area of effect that it creates will create almost like a shield for him, right? It'll pause that group of air in time, and then so he can make shields and barriers for himself. And her stand is called I just came up with this. I don't know how it looks, but it's called Push It, right? Based off of like the Salt and Pepper song. And I feel like it does one of two things. I haven't decided yet. One, and I think his is purely defense, so it doesn't really like hit like a Jotaro's stand would do, for example, right? It's relative when it comes to strength. It's like maybe B high C, where hers is A, and her ability is either she can port people, like teleport people further away, or she can like physically, like she can propel stuff away from her. Which I think it might be that. I like that better, actually. Yeah, push it, and then literally it's like Pain's, was it Shenra Tensei? That's pretty much her ability, right? So she could fight if she wants, but she could also just push everything away. Um, so I got to figure out what her stand looks like. But when it comes to him, I kind of have an idea already. So, like, if we're doing his stand, I like the stands coming out of the aura. I always thought that was cool. The placement might be awkward, but I'm using this size because so I could just post it on Instagram whenever I want to. Like, if I want to, it's just the perfect size for that. So I thought, I just thought of a better design for a stand. We'll see. It's gonna be like Shaolin monk esque design, right? With long collar for like almost like the protect your neck brace type look, but with the six dots of the Shaolin monks. Stand placement has always been like, hmm, I'm almost like, should I draw these characters and then draw the stand later? Hmm. Eh, I'm trying to design it. Let me do these guys first, and then at the very least, it's just a cool, just a cool image. If I don't get to the stands, which I will, because I have the whole layout, and I haven't even and it hasn't even been an hour yet. Hmm. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go lighter. It's a sketch. Why the hell wouldn't I? And I'm not drawing this in a JoJo style because that's not how I draw. It's gonna be I think I draw somewhere in between like comic book and manga. Somewhere in between there, right? Because I think it's closer to comic book than manga though. In my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how I draw. But yeah, I like the contrast of a more peaceful protagonist with also a more uh like aggressive like co-protagonist to balance them out. I think that's always fun. And as far as the villain goes, I don't know who, but I'm always here for a fun villain, so maybe we'll think about that. But I think it it could be a guy who developed the stand, and then he's like, wait, there are other people in my area that have stands. I want them all working for me, and then I can control the biggest portion in this state, right? Whether I don't know if they're in New York or California or wherever, um, but the biggest like crime whatever in the state. So it starts off as this small guy who isn't who isn't taken serious by no one. He's just trying to be down, one of the cool people, and then he gets a really strong stand, right? And nobody knows where it comes from. He's just powerful. And then someone else with a stand is like, wait, hold on. This guy, right? And then he tries to either recruit them, and if they won't come, he gets them with the stand. So that's the thing that these guys have to stop. And then maybe even he, the main character, JoJo, always kept it, always kept his stand a secret, And jeez, um, always kept his stand a secret until this guy kind of figured out he could have it, and now he's hassling him. This guy's just like yada yada. Right, then he finds out his best friend or sister or whatever the other girl in this image is has one, and they kind of team up and are like, what the hell are we gonna do with this guy, because this guy is just not good for anything. And um if you're a stand user around a bunch of non-stand users, you're almost a god, right? Depending on what you can do, but like a lot of stands are just super strong out of nowhere. So like if you have a stand power, it's a big benefit. Right? Even you think of Joseph. He went from having hormone, right, which is a pretty cool power. I'm kind of bummed that they got rid of it. Hormone is fun, but stands are an easier way to just. What do you want this guy to do? Well, he can. Uh, he's unstoppable because he lives in the gaps of time. Right? You can't do that with hormone. So, plus hormone's usually only good with vampires, right? If you're allergic to sun, it works on you. Otherwise, it's like marginally better than not having hormone. like, you'll, especially if you're not like a protege like Joseph and Jonathan. But stand, ridiculous. What was I talking about though? Uh oh yeah, so if you have a stand and no one else has a stand, you're so much stronger. So why wouldn't you try to do stuff? And if you're trying to be a bad man beforehand, then and then you get superpowers, well you're definitely going to do that, right? So they're like, oh well, we're probably the only people who could stop this guy, and then that's what they try to do. And I think that's fun. And then maybe they start as a group of three, but one of them's like, wait, no, I can get money from this guy. This guy's offering a lot. I'll go with that. Right? And you could just add some fun stuff like that because it's all people who know each other, right? Because it's not a huge community. So going in between I'd love to write a uh one of those stories. Um like you know how they have like Crazy Diamonds, Demonic Heartbreak, and like the novella. Is that a novella or is that a comic? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't think I've read it, but I'd love to make something like that where I don't know if it's canon or not, but Rocky's like, hey, yeah, no, dude, use my property, write something. That'd be fun. So that'd be so cool. But I also might just shift the powers a little bit and write it myself. Like do my own IP with it. And people will be like, huh, that's kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. But I'm also like, oh, yeah, well, had a good idea. Why not do it? Or an interesting idea at the very least, if it's not good. To each his own. Just do a novella. I think that'd be cool. With opportunity for it to grow, probably. Yeah, I could definitely do that. That'd be fun. Probably wouldn't set it in the 90s actually, because when it comes to period pieces, um, I love the aesthetic, but you have to look up a bunch of stuff. And that's not. I just like to write, and when it comes to like far history, um, you can just say, "Oh, this is a fantasy story," and even if there's not a lot of magic, you don't have to get anything right. That's what I think, anyways. I don't know. Could be a bad writer for that, but I don't think so. Um, Hold on. It's just like I set a lot of my stories either in the past or the future, just because I don't like drawing cars. Or yeah, no cars. Just make everyone ride a cool spaceship instead. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. This guy has the Joestar bloodline, so he's got to be a big boy. Um, and it's before uh, part five, where where the art style changed and they're all skinny boys. Or was it part four? I think it was happening in part four, but it didn't really happen until part five, where they all just became tiny. I remember when I first seen them do the flashback in part five, where you see Jotaro again and he's so skinny. I was like, yo, what happened to him being jacked? Why'd you change that? And then obviously I got over it. It is what it is. But should I give this guy a hat? I don't know whether to do a hat, hairstyle or a hat, because I could do like a. This might be early 2000s, late 90s type deal. Give him like a toque. It's such a Canadian thing to say. I don't think they call. I don't know what they call it in America, but I think toque is a is a Canadian term. And if he's wearing a toque, it's probably more likely he's in like New York rather than California, because who's wearing a toque in that hot ass weather? But like, it doesn't really matter. We could just put him in some fictional wherever, right? Just make a Moria type deal, but it's a culmination of just all that culture. Yeah, I'm gonna have him wear like two jackets too. So definitely, it's I might change the hat. I don't know if I like it. Might give him like either a fitted or just have him have a good hairstyle. Uh, but I don't know if I love the hat, honestly. Hold on, let's stretch it up and see. and make it just like Jotaro's, and it goes into his hair for no reason. I always thought that was so weird, but hilarious. And the more he did that, the more, the more he showed up, the more his hat would go into his hair. It's so crazy because the original, if you look at um, the first image of Jotaro, you can see that Araki drew holes in Jotaro's hat, and out of the holes comes hair in the very first one. But after that first after that first image, for some reason, this guy just made a hat and then transitioned it into hair, and it makes absolutely no sense, but it is so funny to me. I don't know. There's it's so dumb. It's really funny because the first time I seen it, because I already watched the anime at that point, but the first time I seen that, I was like, yo, this makes so much sense. Is this how it's drawn here? And then no, right next panel or next issue, because I think, how did that work? I think it was Joseph, and then he came. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. Anyways, that maybe it's the first issue that happened for, let's say, for example, I don't really remember, so don't quote me, but the first issue that happened, and then freaking it just changed into head hair. So weird. I have no clue why that happened, but it's so funny to me. And it's one of the most badass characters, too. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Can't say much. He'll beat you up. Well, that's really a Jotaro thing, or a Josuke thing. Can't mention dude's hair. Gets crazy. But I heard there's a new Rohan book coming out, which I like. I have Rohan at the Louvre, and I like the Adventures of Rohan, where they made that a special, a Netflix special. So I'm here to just play in the JoJo universe, just because the JoJo universe is fun. So or like a Rocky, I could just connect the eyebrows to the hairline, because why not? That's his thing. Freaking Joseph has it. Pesci has it. Actually, let me make it cover his ear, just because that's how I would wear it. I don't know if I'll keep the hat, but so far, oops, so far, I'm here for it. I can't leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that for now, but oops. Make it a little smaller. Let's do that. And then I want. Come on now. So I'm thinking he has an open hoodie with also, 90s, it's layers upon layers. So PC soon. It always quits on me. Stalls. Does wild, well, not wild stuff. It just does what an old machine does, which is was fair. Like I think I got it 2014, if not before that. So it's like, what are you gonna do? But honestly, I don't need one. Like I use it for reference and to watch stuff. Right. The real thing I use is what I'm currently using, and that's my tablet. Right. Because all you need to do is draw and edit some videos. My tablet's more than capable. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing a big hoodie, and then under that big hoodie, I'm going to do. I'm thinking possibly a jean jacket, and then we could have baggy. We could have baggy pants here. But right now I'm just exploring. Again, it's a sketch, so it doesn't have to be perfect right away. Um, Last time I did this, I dressed him more like how I would dress. He had a short sleeve hoodie, and yeah, same thing. The baggy pants, which now I'm more of a sweatpants guy, honestly. Hella comfy. And I'm thinking of keeping his, uh, like having him not wear a shirt. I like the level of confidence um, that would carry. And I kind of like that being a thing. People tell him put on a shirt. He's like, "What do you mean?" I think it's funny and stupid. And I feel like each one has to have a thing. Like each JoJo has to have a thing. So, for example, well, Jonathan was just like the good guy, right? That was his thing. Um, for Joseph, it was he's a ladies' man, but he's not really, right? He's out here just making jokes. But his thing was he's Sherlock Holmes. He knows what's gonna happen before it happens, right? With sleight of hand, blah blah blah. Jotaro's the tough guy who doesn't care about anything, right? So you got to give your JoJo a thing. Joe Josuke is he just loves his looks, his hair specifically. So I kind of want it to be a puff jacket, but like also I think a jean jacket would look interesting, and the layers between it, because have the jean jacket and the jeans be the same, and have the jacket, not jacket, have the hoodie break up that similarity. Plus, then you get the same JoJo look that most of them have, which is like that school uniform look. Trying to look for a jean jacket. Oh, it's close. Oh, there. Perfect. I think this is gonna look interesting by the end of it. Because I'm always here for the aesthetic. Especially when it comes to things like urban fashion or 90s hip hop specifically, where a lot of this is coming from. Um, but when it comes to the next series, it's always interesting where they're gonna go because it kind of dictates where the next JoJo team is gonna be, and they've had the JoJo team since the first one, right? And it varies on how big that is. Like I think the biggest one was it Morio? Because you have Okuyasu, you have Ki, I'm not gonna remember all their names. I remember Okuyasu. Okuyasu's first because I love him as a character. I think he's hilarious, and I think it's so funny that Araki made someone with like one of the best powers, but also he's too stupid to use it. I think that's a great character flaw. Come on now. I think that's a great character flaw that doesn't get used a lot too, right? Or at least I don't think it does. None comes to mind, but it's easy. It's good when it's like when you're not as strong. Someone like you have a villain, and they're not all that strong, but they're good at manipulation. And you have that just that dumb character. They do that every now and again, right? Like it's more of a manipulation thing than a dumb thing. For example, Slade and Terra in the Teen Titans. I don't know about the comics. I didn't read the original comics. I think something else was going on there, something a little more creepy. But when it came to like the Teen Titans TV show, uh, the OG cartoon one, um, I think they did that there, but I don't think Tara was stupid. I think she was a child that didn't know what was up, and that happens a lot too. Just like the misunderstood. Where's that? So let me do it. That. And these are like I'd say shorts. um, and that's a common thing too. Really, probably boxers. Just letting the boxers show. And then I'm gonna throw a chain on him for sure. I feel like his stance should probably be wider, no? Maybe we'll see. Um I feel like, the star kind of changes where it is every now and again. Here, let me do. We'll do that, and then that, and then we'll put the star over here. I think that's kind of where it is. I don't care to look it up. It's just wherever it is, it is. Because it changes. Sometimes it's on the neck. Sometimes it's on like the back. On the what is that called? Traps. But I'm gonna put it a little up front so you see it there. One. Ba, ba, ba. I don't know if it looks like it now, but if I color it, it would. And he's front ways, so what are you gonna do? Excuse me. Oh, if they were twins, that would be interesting, right? And you have one that can attack and one that can defend. Double up. Now I'm listening to NWA. Was it Gangsta? Dope Man. Listen to Dope Man. Uh, I don't know why so many pockets, but the one I'm looking at has hella pockets, so I'm like, hey, let's go. You could hide stuff in there. Hide stuff to solidify. That would be interesting if maybe he couldn't solidify the air with his stand, but he could solidify stuff like water, so he sprays it and then hits it. And then that makes a shield. I don't know. I think that nerfs him a lot though. To a power that's not super strong to begin with, but not physically strong at least. I think the whole freezing thing is a cool power, or making other things a shield is a cool power, but I don't know. All right. The hoodie is way too big, but also supposed to be. So I guess I understood the assignment on that one, huh? And Yeah, no, just exploring this look. It's a weird look, but it's an interesting look. It was based off one of the designs I seen. It was just one. Yeah, no, there's Will Smith right now rocking a similar look. Didn't see that picture before, but yeah, no, I'm gonna throw a chain on there. One's gonna have like a star or something, and one's gonna have maybe a shield that looks like a heart or something. Ooh, or maybe like a peace sign, right? Like I think Josuke has that. I like the idea that Joseph is running around making a bunch of kids with 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 sorry, I'm gonna get to it. Just making a bunch of kids with who are pacifists but have have real tempers. Which one's the peace sign? Is it up? I think that's Mercedes, the one I just drew. Why can I not remember what the peace sign looks like? I feel like that's a bad sign, huh? uh, peace sign. Oh, right. Okay. It's a through line and then papa. Alright. I don't know how I forgot that. That's crazy. Halloween's coming up, and that now that I'm doing this, we need more black characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So I wouldn't mind cosplaying, but I don't love Avdol's design, even though he's a goat of a character. Like literally, I think he was the strongest besides Jotaro in the series. And like the first one, oh, and Dio. Besides Jotaro and Dio, that's why they needed him out as soon as possible because they're like, well, I think he beats Dio. I don't know if that's true, but Dio's weak to fire, right? Isn't he? I feel like because he's a vampire. Are vampires weak to fire? Is that a thing I just made up? I don't know. I feel like are vampires weak to fire? Googling it because I don't know. I feel like most vampire rules are usually more or less similar, so it's like, um, oh yeah, no, they can be destroyed by fire. It's one of the things. The other things are things like sunlight and the stake and um, no head, which which dude lived through. So that's only a sometimes rule, I think. Yo, Dio, wild human being. This guy said, "Hey, if if I can't beat you, if I couldn't really beat you, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna incorporate you into my being, and that's the only way I could get stronger. Cause you bested me, dude." And then he did it, and then he said, "Hey, you know what? Now that I incorporated you into me, I'm stronger than ever. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna find your family 100 years later, and I'm gonna take them out because I know they're the only people who can take me out." Dio's a lunatic. But the thing is, if he didn't have the same effect on the Joestars that he did, like giving them stands, he would have been able to do that pretty easily, right? And it would have been a very different story. Um, Even if he didn't get a stand, it would be probably Joseph going to his grandson trying to teach him Hamon because he's too old, right? That'd have to be what it is, right? And maybe Avdol and all that. Huh. That would be an interesting story, right? And then, but you can't really do the undead after what Joseph did, which was be um like the perfect beings, right? And the vampires are just copies of those perfect beings. So I don't know, man. I don't think that's a thing. Like, it wouldn't be a thing. It'd be cool though. I'd watch the hell out of it. That's for sure. Hmm. Where's the pocket? The pocket would be about there, right? And then if I don't know, it's baggy, so it's hard to tell. But like, also whatever. But I wouldn't mind a what if story, like what if stands were never a thing, and then it just goes through what part three would be without stands, right? Because there'd still have to be a problem. Dio would still come back if there were no stands. So so what would happen? And I would think it would be Jotaro or Joseph teaching Jotaro Hamon, right? And maybe he thinks and maybe it'd be that same like he's even stronger than Joseph was with this with Hamon naturally. That is crazy. And he's doing weird things with Hamon. Things are just exploding left and right. Hmm. I'm trying to find an image of real baggy pants to copy from. Especially, oh, those aren't bad. All right. Oh, nope. Huh. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know if I'm doing it well. Here, let's do that. And then I remember um, wearing jogging pants back in the day, and the hold on, I just noticed the burst of light coming through the back. I don't know if that's a good. Ugh, that's worse. Jeez. uh, should I turn it off? Hold on, just raise it a little more. Let's see if that works, huh? There's a delay on the screen I'm watching. Ah, perfect. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. All right. that's something, huh? This super baggy pants. Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna change the hat. I don't like the hat. And then we do another symbol, slightly lower than this one. And that one's gonna be like a heart. Or maybe a shield. I think a shield might be better than a heart, right? Because I do kind of like the peace and love hippie hippie thing for this guy, but who doesn't look like a hippie at all. I think it's a good, it's an interesting contrast. But yeah, no, I'll do the heart actually. Now that I explained it, I like it better. I just won't make it as big as I did. There we go. I feel like he needs one more, but I'm not gonna give one because I feel like it's already too much. Yeah, I'm probably gonna fix the face. I don't love the face, honestly, but the oh, you know what? I'm gonna take the hood off. I'm gonna take the hat off and put the hood on and see how that looks. There we go. And then let's get rid of that. I think this will look better. And then, even though in a lot of these 90s pictures, I see a lot of, well, not a lot, but I see a decent amount of hoodies, but no one wearing the hood. I guess it might not be good for an image. Um, hmm. I don't know if I love the hood either. Let me try and just see. I also don't need to make it this baggy. Let me go back. Any of y'all watching the new Game of Thrones thing. No spoilers for that, but there are time skips, and they know how to do a time skip. Let me just say that. I'm really liking it. And if you haven't seen it but watch Game of Thrones and like that, I recommend it. Ugh, I don't like that. Jeez. The show's great. This image is just bad. Alright, there we go. Actually, why? What? No, that's not gonna work. I don't like the hat. I'm gonna get rid of the hat, but I don't know what to replace it with. Maybe. I'm looking and I'm not seeing anything that I like. I could just go hair, right? But wanna yeah, just do like a fade. Yeah, no, I could just do a fade, simple fade. It would work. Nellie's a part of this. I'm like, maybe throw a band-aid on there, make it complete. But I like the hat, but also it doesn't feel right. Maybe it's the face I don't like. I don't know. Or it's too up front. Something's happening here that I don't like that much. When I was little, I always used to wear a toque like this. It was a black toque, and then I had this phone, this flip phone that played music. It was like an MP3 phone or something, and so you could change all the music from the outside. They had a play button, a pause button, a forward, and a backward. And I rolled my phone up into my hat, like right there, and I played, and I told everyone that I had an eye hat, and I had the world's first eye hat, and I was playing it, and they all believed me because it looked like the hat was playing the music. They're like, "Oh my god, where'd you get that?" Which I think I told them later, or maybe not. I don't know, and they're finding out if they ever see this stream, which will be funny. But I don't know. That the hat just reminded me of that. The mouth I'm gonna make a little smaller, and then I'm going to redraw the eyes because the eyes could have been it too. There we go. I like this song. Hold on. It's a great song. All right. Okay. Well, I'm already liking this a little better than what I had, so that's great. Into antimatter. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna fit the. Oh no, I could do it. Ooh, what type of shoes did they have back in the day? Well, that's what I'm wondering now, because I'm gonna have to do those soon. I'm probably gonna make them basic, or not. I don't know. We'll see. It bunches. It should bunch in the bottom. So that's something I kind of did not do. This would be a big change for JoJo's if all of a sudden this was the look. Be like, whoa, 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 what's happening here? But there's another side of fashion he would have to explore, though, and I'm sure he would at least enjoy that because he obviously loves fashion, right? Like, I might even throw. Um, because they always have symbols and stuff on them on certain places. Oh, wait, hold on. Should I put. I'm thinking a shield on each. Yeah, no, I could do a shield on each shoulder. I think that works. Because I was going to put it on the top of his hat, but I like the idea that it's on each thing. And then I'll give him the same thing Jotaro has on his hat, which is that, like his, like, Iraqi symbol with the hand with the bump in it. It has some meaning that I forget at the moment. But something with a symbol that's already a thing, and that but relating it back to drawing somehow. I kind of like that, and it's almost like a like the two shields are protecting the peace and love, right? As long as we're going for symbolism, I think that's almost what it looks like, which I think that's pretty cool. Oops. And we'll get like Tim's esque boots, and then huh, I don't know how that would work. Yeah, something like that. I don't hate it. Like all the shoes I draw, well, not all of them, but a lot of the shoes I draw have just a plain circle in them in lieu of actual symbol. I don't know why I do that. Either a circle or a triangle or something like that. If it's not like a superhero that would have a symbol already, like if I'm drawing someone fast, I'll draw a lightning bolt there in lieu of an actual symbol or something. But but yeah, that's something I do. I don't know where I picked it up. It's just something I started for no reason. draw his eyes. I'm gonna draw his eyes, and then I'm gonna start on the girl, because well, that shoe was way bigger than whatever. I'll deal with that later. But this looks like a JoJo, like a pre Golden Wind JoJo. It's like a big dude. But even if you look now in part six, the anime at least, Jolene is jacked. Right? She has abs and arm muscles, and she's just a strong girl. So I don't know, and I think they made Jotaro bigger in this one too, because you look at him in part five and he's real small in the flashback, and then you look at him now, he's not as big as he was when he was like 17 in his own series, but still bigger, you know. It looks like he's looking into nothing. I don't know why I'm having such trouble with the eyes, but I was having trouble with that. Was it earlier today? It was either today or yesterday when I was drawing my comic. It's just there's there's just eyes I couldn't do right, which was annoying me. But because I don't usually have trouble with that. But usually when stuff like that happens, I just need to go back to sketching in my sketchbook. And admittedly, it has been a while since I've done that. Why is his eyes just too wide? I don't understand what's going on. It's looking a little creepy to me. There we go. I think that's a little better. But yeah, one thing I really am excited about for the next one is the JoJo team, because the JoJo team for the past two ones, or for the past one, was kind of weak in my opinion, and this might be crazy. But even in the spoilers for part seven, but even in part seven, all we really had was of course now I forget his name, Zeppeli. Uh, Now I forget his actual. Anyways, Zeppeli. Zeppeli is was the only person, and he was dope. Don't get me wrong, he's cool, but I got used to having cool side characters. So hold on, I'll just flip this and make it easy on myself. That way, I won't have to be doing too much work. And then, oops. Oops. Alright. Just merge it down, and I'll fix the eye, because it always looks creepy if you just copy it over. Merge down. And then, just redraw that. There's still something off about it. I don't know what. It's really frustrating me. But anyways, I get better at talking while I draw. But I what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, the one for the Joe Bros for the last one were kind of interesting, but there was only really one. Um, the rest was like I guess his fam. I don't know, but I like a good group of super people, right? I really liked part five, even though it's not close to my favorite part. The extras were fun, right? Bucciaretti, dope, right? With sticky finger, and then Narancia, liked him. Bacchio, I thought he was cool. I liked his design. His power was kind of weak, but also it's cool. It'd be a cool power to have, right? Um, you expect someone's doing something sus, you just kind of replay what they were just doing. You could know everything like that, and I think that'd be a cool power. And him being a former cop, it's kind of perfect. Um, Maybe I'll do like a. Does that happen? Is that a thing? It doesn't matter if it's a thing. I can make it a thing. Yeah, regardless. So I'll just different jean for the top. Just have like lighter jean here, like there. And then there, but I guess you wouldn't see most of it. Yeah, like that. Um, because for some reason, yeah, I think that looks cool. And then that being the same color as like maybe the under thing or even the shorts that are riding up for no reason. I would like for JoJo's Bizarre Adventures if we went somewhere we haven't been before, because like we went to Italy a few times, we've been to America a few times. Um, Egypt we've only done once, but it would be cool if it was a place. So if he went back to Egypt, I still think that'd be pretty cool. But if he went to a place that we didn't know about, I think that'd be pretty dope. Is his head too small? His shoes are too small, that's for sure. Or too big, sorry. Hmm. Alright. And then I'll make his head a little bigger because that's bugging me. You know what would be cool though? If he did someone who had both Hamon and the spin, and if they used it in a way, whoops, in a way where they were able to catch up with with the the rest of the cast that had stands. That'd be interesting. they would just do another Zeppeli, right? I'd have another Zeppeli in this story. That'd be cool, right? Like, oh, my great 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 ancestors. One had this power, the other had this power. I fused it, did something with that, right? But they weren't able to achieve stands for some reason. Which, if you're good at if you're good at Hormone and you're good at the Ripple, you're probably gonna be able to get a stand. You just need either, depending on the universe, be in the Devil's Palm or a an arrow. Get an arrow, which if I was able to summon any anime object, I think I'd definitely go for it's on my top 5 is the stand arrow, because you don't know what power you'll get. But I also don't know one off jump, like an object off jump that gives you power. So I would not mind superpowers. um, and especially a stand sounds interesting. Especially how many variants and types there are, and how like small and minute some of their powers are, but how big some of their powers can be. Like, can you stop time, or can you make somebody fight? You know, or a bunch of people fight, I guess. But no, I think that's an interesting one for sure. Oops. Go ahead. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, so now this girl, I have an idea for her. I feel like this guy's not done. I feel like he can definitely. Should I give him a shield belt buckle too? Hmm, we'll see. I'm not sold on it. Jeez, I'm not sold on it yet. Oh right. First down. What I would do if it wasn't too many is I love how Okuyasu and his brother had million and billion on their clothes. I thought that was cool. And it's hilarious because it's supposed to be a school uniform, which means they just got someone to print on their school uniform million and billion, which is hilarious to me. I guess I can do so it's not blank, just like ridges. That is that better? I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna leave him for now, and do because like now I'm like, should I close this up? It's still like a big, a big hoodie. It's too big a hoodie though. I'm wondering if I should leave the hoodie or just do a full jean suit. No, I'll leave the hoodie. Yeah, I'll leave the hoodie. I might make it smaller though, because with my clothes, if I have something that goes past my initial jacket, it pisses me off. And I did that because I seen that here, but and now it's pissing me off a little bit for no reason. So I might make it smaller. Just have it go like from here. Because that might look better too, but I'll worry about that. What I do? I don't know. I'll worry about that later. I'll go to the girl and I'll figure out her ability. No, I mean her look vibe. I'm just switching over, and oh, I like the idea of sunglasses. Yeah, maybe I'll do round sunglasses and then overalls with her hair up or down. Short hair? Hair up. Okay. I want to make her look badass. I also want to make her look pretty though, right? And cool. Like I want her to be just the whole vibe. But I kind of want her to look like if she wasn't such good friends with this guy, that she might be a little evil. Yeah, I like sunglasses better than. I don't know whether to make it look a little more devious, like the smirk and the like the mad eyes, or here we'll make this go a little smaller, like lower. Because I want her like kind of peeking up from her sunglasses. Yeah, no, I don't want her just to look mad, so I'm gonna give her a smirk. But you know how in part 5 there are certain people who just pop off. I think that's just her character incarnate. It's just her popping off, but it's not all of them popping off. He'll be like, "Whoa, whoa, chill," except for when he doesn't, and that'll be comedy when he pops off with her. No, I like the idea that her stand's really strong because maybe not as useful as his. But wait, I came up with the power. What's the power? Push it. Oh yeah, no. It's basically she has Shenron Tensei. She can do a big push, right? But other than that, if she doesn't, what she can do is she just has a strong stand, like an A in strength. So like not as strong as Jotaro's, but probably as strong as like Jolene's or Hermes, Hermes. But I like the idea that it's not like she can't focus on one thing. It's kind of like a directional thing or an all around thing where it just all kind of pushes back because we don't want it to be like telekinesis. It's just one big blah type deal. Like when Cyclops releases his optic blast, it's just that's how it works. So it's powerful, but not that useful in like a day to day scenario. And she's using it to like save someone. She's got to watch out because she can't be pointing that just anywhere. But I need to be a little closer. Oh shit. I'm gonna make the mouth slightly smaller. Let's do the rims. Um, the cool thing about this, um, there's so much to draw on in terms of stand names and all that because it's all after the third series. All the stands are named after something, right? After something musical, particularly. That's why that's why they're always changed in trying to get it right so there's not a glare on the thing. But so it's not that's why it's always changed in the anime so they don't get like copyright stricken or whatever. But apparently they don't have to worry about that in Japan, I guess. But yeah, there's so much to draw from and there's so much symbolism there if you want to use it. Like the ones I use for these characters are real basic because I'm coming up with them now. But but I think that would just be a fun thing to see. and usually there are names that get our names from artists, and it's all a way to like be like, oh, this character might be like XYZ, right? Um, or not at all. It really depends on how they want to, how he feels like doing it, I guess. But I think more often than not, there's often symbolism when it comes to that. Really, the second one isn't necessary. I don't know why I do it, but whatever. Um, let's make her eyes a little more feminine. For feminine eyes, you just add the longer lashes. It's the best way to do it, and make them a little bigger, really. But with in between the glasses and the eyebrows, it's just not really. I don't think I'm gonna make them bigger. And then to figure out a nice hairstyle. I'm thinking just tie it back, but is sunglasses and a headband too much? Might be too much for to have them both. But also maybe not. I don't know. Because I could do a headband and then just a bunch of curly hair behind it. Yeah, just do like that. And I'm thinking that anime curl, but it's curly because I don't know about the second one, maybe though. And then we just do I don't like that. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna do the two. Makes her look a little cuter. And then hair tied up in there. She looks mean, but like a little too mean. And I'm just like, how am I gonna make her? Want to make her a little less mean. I could also change the eyebrows and how that's done, but I don't know. It's growing on me a little bit from when I started that sentence, apparently. All right, that's that better? Barely, barely better, but hey, I'll take it for now. All right, it is a little better though. All right, and now I'm thinking, oh, sorry, there's a there's a one on the panel that has the hair I was trying to do before, and it looks so pretty. So yeah, no, it's like the same thing. I was the exact same thing I was trying to do before. I don't know if I seen it and it got into my head or what, but I'm saving it. That's something to draw later on, right? Especially if I make this a thing. Um, which like I might do. But what am I looking for? Oh, I'm going to do. I'm thinking like overalls with only one strap, and then like a was that halter top? Like the short top, the tank top that cuts off. I don't know what that's called. But like also no, I couldn't do a jacket because then the you wouldn't see what's happening with the top or the overalls. I might make them short overalls though. Yeah, I'll probably make them short overalls. I have this on my playlist. I have just like a line of like 6 songs of K-pop, and I only like K-pop when I'm in the mood for it. So I'm like, what? What's this here? But obviously I know it's there. I put it there. K-pop, but that's something that I like rap from Korea and Japan. There's a lot of good ones, like good songs. Hmm. All right, let me just do one line because this is a lot boxier than I'd like her to be. Well, it's a box. I just I just drew a box, so of course it is. But I don't know. I find that so funny. I might be getting a little overtired, but That's a little too much. I can't decide whether I want them to be like twins or just friends. I think friends works a little better, but twins is kind of cool. And you could definitely show the with what she's wearing. You could definitely show the JoJo tattoo, or not tattoo, birthmark. And go back to the. There we go. All right. Hold on. I sometimes I try to draw with the stabilizer a little too much, and it just looks robotic. But I also, I don't know, somehow have not mastered drawing on the tablet, just on glass. Even though I do it most of the time, so it's absolutely ridiculous that I haven't yet. But I don't know. There's something about it being super smooth that still throws me off. So I'm way better at doing this with on paper, right? Just sketching, and I'm way faster too. Cleaner lines, everything. But that's how I drew for most of my life, right? I went to school, and none of it was digital, so I guess it's still technically new to me compared to paper. This paper I've logged ever, ever since I was three, and now this is just what 5 years, which is still a long ass time. But and obviously I've gotten better at it since then. But I'm thinking this goes into a turtleneck, like if you remember Dio's last costume with the yellow pants and the black shirt, like that, which was drippy AF if you think about it. He had his pants did go down like that, and it was a little weird, but the whole outfit I'm here for. I'm here for a I'm here for any type of suit. And it's pretty much just like a yellow. It looked like a yellow jean suit with black underneath. I'd rock the exact same thing. It's fire. Yeah, I'm liking this character. She looks like a badass. I might need to make her head a little smaller, but we'll deal with that when we come with it, huh? Come to it, huh? I think I'm better at drawing girls. But I don't know if that's the case, because sometimes I feel like I'm worse at it. When it comes to figure drawing, though, I usually only figure draw with girls, so I think I know female anatomy slightly better than I know male anatomy, even though I draw males more. I don't know. Getting real introspective for no reason. um, just going back to the overalls. I think this is uh why am I forgetting their name? That's annoying because I know exactly who they are. and nothing's saying who they are, so the name's just stuck in my TLC. There we go. I don't know how I forget that. My mom would kick my ass, but um, it was TLC, and their overalls are fire. So, how am I gonna do it? Yeah, no, I think I don't. Yeah, no, I'm gonna make them baggy, cause I like the tight and then baggy aesthetic, and then I'm gonna have probably the strap fall off from here. Yeah, I'm gonna have the strap fall off from there. So I gotta just figure out. Okay, where's the hand? I'm here for overalls. They look so comfy. But I'm also here for like onesies. I'd wear a lot of stuff that most people won't, just cause comfort. I went to a restaurant in a onesie once. Um, I was comfy, but I got looks, which doesn't make sense if you think about it, cause clothes are clothes, right? Am I covered? But that might be a real ratchet thing to say. I don't know. But hey, at the very least, I like clothing my trying to figure out how that works. I don't know. I like clothing my characters and cool stuff. Well, I like wearing cool stuff too, but it's just comfort too. So like um like peak dress for me is like you know the sweatsuits in The Gentleman, uh basically like plaid sweatsuits that look hella comfortable. That's like peak fashion for me because it looks comfy, it looks good. What else do you want, huh? That's what I think. Hey, if anyone from there is listening, and I know they're not, especially this long into the podcast, but or live, whatever this is, sponsor me. Sponsor me, people. Come on, what are we doing? But I feel like her fingers should be more loose, right? Like they're hanging off her knee rather than like being semi balled up. It makes no sense. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the stands today. I might rough them out, but we'll see because I'm gonna finish her. But it is getting late. For some reason, I decided to do this at night, which honestly I prefer, just because in the morning I'm not awake yet because I'm up at these times working, so it makes sense to me. Anyways, we'll see. I might try to switch up the times later, but like I don't know. As long as it's working, you know. So as far as the knees go, so the legs would be like there. Ba, ba, ba. And then we can do like, yeah, if we have it, yeah, let's have it open because that's a vibe, and she probably has shorts or something under, I would assume. And then um, yeah, I think that looks good. And then you have, let me make that go up, and then that go up, and then that go like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm liking her design more than I like his design, and it's looking more sleek, honestly. Uh, I don't know. I think she's looking cool as hell. And yeah, I'm gonna do, yeah, definitely baggy pants for this one. I think that's the right call. Perspective, am I right? Jeez, just trying to make this look right. Oh, should I? All right, I'm gonna have it like folded up at the bottom. I don't know if I love it, but like I also don't hate it. So that's saying something, am I right? Oof, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since like, when did I eat? I ate once today, I think. That was like midday, like 4 o'clock maybe. I did watch that episode of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, and hype. It's so good. Always happy to watch that. Okay, let's bring that in a little bit. Not a little bit, a bunch. Like here. And then bring this up a little bit. And then you'll see Just a little bit of her leg coming out of that. And then maybe the start of her shoe. She wearing boots too? What's she wearing? Looking for more reference. Yeah, I'll probably have her wear the same boots that he has on. Yeah. Yeah, why not? It makes it easier too. So, yeah, that's good. I think she looks cool. That's a vibe. It's not um I have to add something Iraqi esque to it because he has a lot of uh, Iraqi isms, I guess. But she has none so far. But this is how I design a character. Usually, not with too much stuff on him because you don't need it, I guess. Um, like you do some one or two iconic things, and then you could have them wear whatever. And usually I do that either with eyes or like a scar or something. Like if you look at my character Blood, um, he has a scar on his lip and he has different color eyes. So he could wear whatever. You're gonna know who it is, right? He could change his. He's bald, but you could change his hairstyle and you still know who it is because weird eyes and Scar. It's probably the same guy, you know. But yeah, and it's like Goku with his hairstyles. You need something iconic to let people know that this is that character, even if they change their clothing. Even though they're probably mostly going to be in like their like Goku's jumpsuit, right? When it comes to comic book characters or costumes, or comic book characters or cartoon characters in general. You need something. You know it's Batman because he has a Batman logo. The logo could change, but you know it's Batman. Superman, even in the face, he has the Superman curl, right? So he wearing a weird suit. You probably know it's Superman still. I'm trying to think of something to say about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I have. Oh, I got something. All right. So, um, for me, I don't think that Joseph Stand was his final form. I think he's old and he couldn't draw out as much power, like fighting energy, as he could when he was younger. And he probably got rich and lazy, right? I don't even think he was practicing Hamon, and that's why in the part 4 he got so old. But He was also very old, but hormone's supposed to like slow that down severely. So it's like, what are you doing, dude? Um, but like also he might want to just anyways. But yeah, no, his fighting spirit wasn't what it was. I think he was kind of like Jolene in that the more like yeah, Jolene can just like produce a string and do stuff with strings. Um, but she can also bunch those strings up and it becomes her stand. What is it? Stone Ocean, right? So I think Joseph was the same way. He just couldn't bring out enough of his stand to make it whatever it would be, right? Like the true version of Hermit Purple, which would be cool to see, and it's something that was kind of this is something I thought for a while. I've been thinking it since I seen Jolene, but then spoilers for part 8. 3, 2, 1. All right. So in part 8, at the end of it, we go back in time and we see that universe's Joseph, right, and what he's up to, and he has a stand, and he has the same like thorns, but then his thorns come into the his thorns come in to make a whole guy. So when I seen that, I was like, I don't have to get the theory. Like I don't get to just say the theory. But I was also right about the theory. I don't know who I told. I didn't tell many people. Anyone. I didn't tell anyone because I don't really have many friends that like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Um, but I have you guys to talk about it with. So so what do I need JoJo friends for? But just joking. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Joseph's fighting spirit. So, and that actually happened, and we didn't get to see a lot of it, but we got to see just enough that kind of confirmed that that was a fact, and I was so hype about that. But I also thought I would love to see a younger Joseph just go around do his thing. What happens if he had full use of his abilities with cars? That would be tight. I'd watch the shit out of that, right? Even I'd read it if it was just a novella. Pardon the pause. Um, but yeah, no, that's tight. So, ugh, her foot is huge too. I don't know what's me and oversized feet. Honestly, it's probably from Sonic. Freaking, I used to love Sonic as a kid, and his feet are like the size of his body. Not actually, but and I think that's ingrained in me because every character I draw has big feet. So I don't even know what to do with that. But like, it's not bad. Event if you consistently do it, it's just a style, right? If it's inconsistent, it's not a style. It's just all these guys are very stable. Yeah. Okay, and then this comes. Alright. Hmm. Just trying not to make the arm too big. Yeah, I like her as a character now. I still gotta do the strap, but yeah. Let me finish this and then I'll do that. Um, then good thing about just doing a sketch is you don't have to draw everything completely. There. All right, that's something. My hands look too stiff, but also like whatever. What are you gonna do? You know. I like her glasses. She looks like a badass. And then I feel like she needs a symbol too. Like I'll put it on the other side of the where the curl would be. But what would it be? Right? She has a push. Should be a sword. That'd be kind of cool. What does Jolene have? She has a butterfly. Wonder if, and then a knife through the butterfly. Maybe like a. I might do like a pirate thing, like a. What's that called? The Jolly Roger. Just because. Or no, I'll do two swords crossed because she likes conflict. That's what it like represents or whatever. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Make it, she's out here like I want violence always. Yeah, no. This girl looks like a badass. He can look more badass. I don't love the hat, but like it's there. I could also just try to put it on normally and see what happens. And I'm gonna make this. Ah, shit! I forgot. I was still on a different layer. Whatever. I'll fix that in a second. Hmm. All right. So now I'll do the. Well, it's about there, so it'll be here. All right. So do the the straps for the overalls, and then she's pretty much finished. And what time is it? Okay, so I'll probably block in the I'll block in the all right. So all right, and then um then we gotta do a little buckle on this. Just throw that there. Change that. I think it's coming together well. I think the girl saves it, honestly. It's a definite vibe. But I said this is gonna be a JoJo's thing, so I have to do stands. So I'm gonna try to do them quickly before I finish, because I'm finishing soon. It's supposed to end at about 2, but that's not a definite rule. I can do what I want. And I always love a protagonist that's just a problem sometimes. Or at least a protagonist has to deal with someone they like that's just a problem. That's a good thing, too. I could have also made that a symbol. I don't know what symbol she would have other than than the cross swords I have, which looks like Asta's thing, if I remember that right. I haven't read Black Clover in so long. Yeah, no, I don't think it'd be there. Anything else for her? I don't think so. And then I'm going to do that and start getting rid of the intersections between the two characters. I'm actually going to bring her a little more into him. It's a little... There we go. Yeah, I like how devious she looks. And I don't know, he looks like he doesn't know what's going on. I might change his face. I might change the whole face. No, he just looks like a happy guy. Like, what's going on? We doing some stand battles? Oh my gosh, is this a work of an enemy stand? Am I in the middle of a bizarre adventure? Jeez, I'm gonna bring his face a little bit down. It doesn't look like he's looking as much up. Yeah, that's better. Ugh. Keep on hitting the stupid Windows key by accident. So dumb. Alright. So now. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. My bad. That's the problem. I need a different camera that doesn't do that. It doesn't move when I want this to move. Which, I think I have. I just need to figure out how to set it up to this. Or I need to just buy a new one, because the one I have is actually trash. I remember a while ago when I was doing some live streams, I tried to set it up, and it just looked so much more grainy than this. So I was like, why would I? Positioning is better, but the camera's balls. And then maybe um no, I was gonna give him a beard. Maybe scruff might not be bad though. But how old is he supposed to be? Right, that's the thing about JoJo's characters. They could kind of be any age. Nah, that's not good. I like him being like a 20 something, like a young 19, 20 something. I think that's a sweet spot for JoJo characters, because then they could kind of do what they want, but also they're not like so old, right? They're not old enough to be like. You kind of need a mentor in there somewhere, right? I think every single one has a mentor. Um, First one Zeppeli, second one's Lisa, third one's Joseph, fourth one's Jotaro, fifth one doesn't have a mentor. There's a second where you think Koichi's gonna be the mentor, but there's no mentor. Oh no, Bushire, yeah, Bushire. He would be the mentor to Giorno, and he's only a little bit older, but yeah, he'd be the mentor, because I think Giorno is 15 maybe, and Bushire is what, like 20 something. I think he's in his 20s. Let me search that. Hold on. Give me 3 seconds. Um, Golden Wind. Bucciarati. Age. That's where I made JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Girl happened to be the youngest of the. Yeah, we know that. Um, yeah, he's 20. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, he's 5 years older then, which isn't bad because in the next one you have Jotaro again, right, with Jolene. Um, kind of. I don't know. Well, yeah, no. I guess he'd be the mentor. Um, so you have Jorno, or so you have Jotaro again, and then you have another Zeppeli, and then you have the whole Higashikata family in the last one. There's a few in the last one actually, like older mentors that are trying to help out. It's probably good. Who's that? Um, so a mentor in this would be good, but I don't know who it would be. Right? You can't get Joseph back, which would be cool. Um, well, you could, right? Assuming that this is a few years after the whole Moro thing, but he'd be super old, right? So that's not great. Um, you could get I'm trying to think who would be there. If it's a stand threat, you could get the foundation. What's it called? The Speedwagon Foundation. You can get them involved, and then that gets Joseph or Jotaro involved, and this is a few years before. Yeah, this would be a few years before um Jolene, right? Like 10 years before Jolene, because that happened in 2011, I think, right? Um, when did part 4 happen in JoJo's 99? Oh, so this wouldn't be a 90s show then, right? Because he's if he's in his 20s ish. Um, yeah, it takes place in 99. So this is early 2000s then, right? Like 2005, which means it'd be like 6 year or 2000, yeah, 2004, let's say, which is like 6 years before um Stone Ocean. I think 2003. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, so it'd be the same time, if not after. So our boy's screwed, I think. Shit. uh, the middle of adventure. The oh yeah, no, it's before. It's not after. It's not during the same time. It could be though, right? Because if it really depends on the timing. So if 99. Oh, I thought it was way past. It's only like 4 years. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Wait, 27, 10 years. I'm trying to do math for a fiction. It doesn't matter. Anyways, um, yeah, I'm not mad at whatever I did to fix this. It's not the best I've ever done, but like also it's not the worst either. So that's good. So I have one mid character and one character I I really like. So I'm wondering if I should. So let's go shift group characters. Excuse my spelling. I am dyslexic. uh, and you know what I should have done? She'd probably be sitting on. That doesn't matter. Um, should I finish the background? Because I could just go like that. Because that's pretty much finished. I'll leave the background like that for now. And then we could block out the stands. I don't know. I really want to finish this though. I do like this one. Um, I'm taking this out. I'm taking the underwear out. I don't like it. Um, I could do a yeah. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him a beater. That way, yeah, it's better. Way better in my opinion. I don't know what I was thinking. No shirt. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Too low. There we go. That's both there. And then I'm just gonna black it out because we need some contrast. And plus, I gotta learn about contrast. When it comes to manga, or like making just black and white comics, I'm not. I shade everything rather than making it with shading and like tone. Like you know how in manga they'll just black things out because it's a part of that part of the costume's black. I'm not good at that. And then I'll do like pinstripes or whatever. And then we'll that's like where the chest is. And then ba ba and muscles. I don't like that. We'll stick with the pinstripes. Yeah, I think that's much better. And then, honestly, blacking out this too would probably be good. Like the different gene, so it'd probably be like a light blue dark blue. I don't know what that is. And then gold for everything else. And that's why probably the middle. Whatever. Oh, it'd be the same color as. So if I had dark blue, light blue, and then maybe purple, and then that would go with the gold for everything else. That would work, color wise. So I'm gonna color it in, just cause I don't know, I'm on it, and I don't know if I'm gonna get to the thing anyways, to the stands anyways. So I'm like, hey, whatever. Give you the backgrounds. You know what the stands can do. Um, yeah, I think this is looking cool. Um, there's this one time that I went to this pool party and I put my music on. I don't know why they let me put music on, but but I did, and I just put a bunch of new songs on my phone. And I'm saying this because one of the songs that came on, and it has a bunch of like swearing, and it's just going off as rap, right? And it's particularly particularly bad. This guy just calling someone else out, um, but which would be fine usually, but like the friend's mom was there, and they came out to like bring us pizza or food or whatever, chips, something, and then the person was just going off in the song, and I'm just in my own energy, minding my business, listening to the beat, not even hearing what's going on, and then my friend turns around and says, Trey. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, that's not good. And then I switched the song, but and then I got my song privileges taken away after that. But I thought it was funny. Every time the song comes on, I remember that. I'm like, jeez. I think that looks pretty good, honestly. I'm not mad at it. I feel like since I did that, she needs more black on her, but not really. Yeah, it is what it is. Ooh, maybe I should. No, I'm gonna stop messing with it. All right. So now, what am I doing? I might end it here. I think this is pretty cool. I might do it again. Hold on. Group, and then this is week 1, number 2. All right. Yeah, it's late. It's 2:15 right now. So I might just finish this later, or I'll finish this tomorrow on stream. Just cause, oh shit. just because it's late and I probably should go to bed at some point. um, but yeah, no, I'm going to end it off here. I'm liking what I did so far. Um, hold on. I wonder how easy it would be to. Okay, that's pretty good, honestly. So I'm going to just fill in these lines. Yeah, so when I fill it in, it'll be so much easier to it'll be so much easier to actually oh, whoops to actually do the background because I won't have to worry about not hitting the other lines. Really, that's what I should have done when, and like instead of erasing this guy, I should have just filled them both in. That would have made more sense, honestly. But who's always thinking, you know? And usually, if I do just a basic, like a magic thing selection, a magic wand selection, I have to shrink everything 3 or grow it 3, and then I inverse. So then it's just selecting everything within the lines. Oops. Nice. And this one I'm probably gonna have to do by hand because I left him open. But it's gonna be easier. Come on, what are we doing? When I'm doing the selection tool, most of the time I use the freehand, but every now and again I just like the this one, the what's it called again? Shit, polygonal, polygonal. Is that how you say it? Polygonal. I like the polygonal one. uh, that's so stupid. Anyways, um, I like this one because I don't know. Sometimes it feels quicker, sometimes not. I know when I'm trying to be more precise, I'll get real close to the screen and just go slowly with the freehand tool. But you guys don't want to get that close to my face. A and B, um, it's yeah, no, it's better for long range. So like me not being as close. Yeah, but I feel as far as what I got done for today, I didn't get everything done. I could have just did him and then his stand, but I felt like he needed a buddy. I don't know. And honestly, everything I've been doing recently has had at least a guy and a girl in it. It's usually been two figures that can play off of each other. I don't know why I started doing that, but I used to just do one figure that played off of nothing. So, shit. Um, One figure that played off of nothing. So I feel like I'm progressing. You know what I might do? I could just block in the. All right, perfect. I could just block this. I'm gonna make him a little darker just to stand out. Perfect. Uh, I could just block it in with a lasso tool, or if I select and make everything smaller than no, that won't work. Honestly, I could also just I could also just Google doorway and then just turn everything to black and white. Um, I might do that. I'm not gonna do that on live because then I have to go and actually find everything. Uh, but I might do that for this. And then I'll probably just show you guys how it looks tomorrow and post it on my Instagram because I like these two figures at the very least. The two figures I think are dope as hell. So, um, I think that's it then. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, especially if you got this far because, uh, damn, I've been doing this for 3.5 hours. So, yeah, no, I appreciate it. See you later. I hope you liked my characters. I hope you liked the conversation, and I hope you sketched as well, right? So, and even if you didn't, thank you more because you're just listening to me talk for the whole time. What? Anyways, I appreciate it. Go check out my social medias of the same name. You see it in the bottle handle, in the bottom, the handle right there. I'm that for most things. And go to thecomicgod.com if you want to check out my comic. It is free, people, so there ain't no harm in that. And that is it. So, all right. Peace out.